Here we go. There's no audio test. It's just me and Mr. Snarkle. How you doing, Mr. Snarkle?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
Oh, you're a female?
I am.
I am blown away right now. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, this is awesome. So guys, you guys know I put together these NFT marketplace interviews, like the launch day creators, and I never know what they sound like. I never know who they are because I just message. We message back and forth, and you have like the most upbeat attitude ever. Mr. or Mrs. Snarkle, what the hell am I supposed to call you? Oh, this is awesome.
You can call me Snarkle.
Snarkle.
I honestly don't go by anything. I'm technically non-binary, but non-binary in the way where I literally don't care what anyone calls me.
I'm down. It's cool.
Like,
it's cool.
Sure, like whatever.
Yeah, so now
it's literally impossible to misgender me.
Well, a lot's making sense right now because I've gotten all your messages and you were always like so upbeat, so like way out there. And I was like, yo, this guy either has a lot of energy or what the hell? But no, it's cool. This is awesome.
No, I do have a lot of energy.
Yeah,
so
I can tell.
Honestly, my messaging style is very much so me. Yeah. I don't think I have like, how do I put this? Like, I don't have like a like alternative persona. I'm just kind of myself all the time.
Yeah, you don't turn it on. It's just you. I'm with you. I'm the same way. When you meet me in the street and you meet me here, I'm the same guy. So I hear that. Well, nice to meet you, Snarkle.
It's nice to meet you too. I thought I was, how do I put this? I was excited about the reveal because I think this is the first time I've talked to anybody outside of like,
hey, I love this.
People.
I love this.
No, right? I thought it would be hilarious.
Well, don't mind me making. I'm going to be taking drinks. I'm going to be asking questions. So I hope you're an open book right about now. If you're not, if you're going to climb up on me, I'm okay with it. But we've interviewed now that you're 22. You're the 22nd launch day creator interviewer, and I'm so this is like the best one so far. You really started off great. It's awesome. So let's talk about your art. So right now I have you up on the screen. I have a couple of art pieces. I'm trying to get now that I read your whole. Like you have your description on the left-hand side about like what you're all about and why you have this space. I want to hear from your standpoint. What got you into art?
Oh my God! So my dad's an artist. My grandfather's an artist. My aunt's an artist. My grandfather on my mom's side was an actor, and my grandmother on my mom's side was a musician. So my family's like into the arts. Like I come from a family of people who are like, yeah, I'm like the worst artist I've ever met. And like they show you a painting and you're like, fuck, what are you talking
like
about?
10 times better than normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all about it.
You know. It happens all the time. And like, so basically like my earliest memories are like me talking with my dad about art and stuff like that. Like I think my 5th birthday, I was like, can we go to the museum? Because the museum's showing The Little Dancer and I've never seen it in person. Like I'm a nerd. Like I love art.
That's good. We love nerds. We're nerds too. But we're gamer nerds. It's a little different, but most of us are.
Hey dude, I'm a gamer nerd too. I'm going to be real. I just play weird games.
That's cool.
My all-time favorite games, like ranked, are like Stardew Valley and then like Zelda Twilight Princess.
Sure.
Because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
On the
GameStop concept. Yeah, no, they're awesome. We
specifically.
Go ahead. But check this out. I'm just curious because like I'm looking at your stuff right now, and now I'm putting you with your art. It's really weird for me right now. I swear to you, I've looked at your art for about the past day. Because I know we were messaging last week, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to try to get Mr. Snarkle on. Oh, let me check out what this dude's all about. And like, I had a weird mindset, and now it's changing literally while I'm talking to you. So that's cool. And then you're naming games that no one plays, so obscure, which is great. It's cool.
It's like literally though, like, how do I put this? Like, I've been saving like some 2D, like 8-bit games to play for research and development for our game. So it's going to be really fun, basically. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay, so let me ask you, what direction are you trying to go with your art?
So I have this strong opinion that artists should just make art and have fun and try and tell stories and try and, bring people into the world that they're creating. So right now, this is like a little tiny stepping stone. You're looking at like the people in the world that we're making. And that world is going to be huge and expansive. And I'm really excited about it.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine. Go ahead.
If you're on my creator page, I actually have 2 collections up already.
Yeah, I
the
saw
other
them
one
both.
is
Yeah.
Yeah, the Townies are going to be added to indiscriminately as I create more of them, because they're all kind of just concepts for like characters in the game.
Yeah. People in
And
the
like,
town.
NPCs that you'll meet and
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah, Townies.
Yeah,
You've
I got
been to a
it.
city where you've walked down like, a street and there's like 6 people doing crazy ass things, but nobody's looking at them because it's just kind of part of the course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I spent like 6 years in Boston, 5 years in Boston. I went to school there. Like I got my animation degree in Boston. So I'm a very straightforward person. No bullshit. No like faffing about. Like,
Yeah. No kidding. I can tell just by your delivery. So it's awesome.
yeah. Thank you.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like to I pride myself on being really open and honest, and like I think everybody's just a person, which I think is really obvious in my art. And there are all different types of people and all of them are awesome and cool. So I like have no problem talking to people and making friends, because I think that's the best part about life.
Awesome. So let me ask, let's go, we're going to dive into your story in a minute. Okay. So
Yeah, hit me with
you started this marketplace when it went live. How'd you apply for it? When did you apply, and what was your mindset?
So I was kind of spending a lot of time like deep diving and lurking on every sub. And I somehow caught wind of it like maybe like the first day it went live / 12 hours before it went live. And I'd been working on an NFT collection because I'd had like this like psychic feeling. Like I talk about it all the time, but like sometimes I just like get a feeling to do things and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do that because I'm going to think about it forever. And like, basically, I had been working on them as like the applications opened. I think I must have been one of the first like 500, 600 people that was in there. Honestly, I'm going to be real. My proposal is actually, where is it? Serving the same realness as the feeling of hearing a teenage white girl refer to a middle-aged drunk guy puking on the sidewalk as her spirit animal. That was directly in my proposal, actually, for this collection. And it included kind of the long-term, like, several-year plan, hopefully, that I have in mind, fingers crossed. If we get the funding and I can actually do this and not have to go serve coffee all the time, because, man, is it draining.
I hear you.
I'm literally like, I have a button here that says starving artist, and he looks really happy. But man, once you eat rice and bananas for like 6 months, you're like, okay, anything else.
Yeah. Well, Costco pizza and a drink. It's very cheap. I'm just letting you know.
I'm celiac, bro.
Oh,
I can't eat anything.
No.
I know,
done.
right? My health is in the shitter. I'm like a Victorian child with like the poor health of like.
That's cool, but you're on the marketplace. Let me tell you, if the people around you don't know you're a rock star, you are. I'm checking you out right now. I'm looking at some of these pieces. I'm seeing how you do the eyes. I've never seen an artist do this, and it makes sense. You put an eye outside of the face. Like I would never think of doing that. That's I only say it because my daughter's in art, right? Like my daughter, her dream is to go to SCAD, and she's big on art, and she's down in Savannah and doing all that stuff. So I check it out. Like when you say you went to Boston, I was like, I know there's some good art schools around the world, and I'm checking out like how you do it, and it's just the way my eyes work. I look at things differently. But the pieces are great. But more so than that, your story on getting in. So you apply, right? And when you apply, how long did it take? You hounded everyone. Who's everyone?
I hounded everyone. So I like went on Twitter and like found out who everyone was and like found the heads of the teams and like stalked them on Discord a little bit and like inserted myself into their lives too.
Like Ryan and everybody else?
Well, like, how do I put this? Like, I'm just, like, how do I put this? Like, have you been on the Pandas Discord?
Of course. I have, there's like Ryan Kagi's on one. You have the Pond. You have that.
I'd actually worked with him before all of this happened once on like a GME thing, like a while ago, and like knew him as a friend. And he had never told me what he was doing with his life.
That's good.
And he was just like, yeah, he's just the kind of like, he's literally the best person ever. He's like my one of my favorite people, honestly. Just a sweet human being.
Well,
every time I have a problem,
you sound sweet right now.
I'm having a problem.
So let's fix your problem for a second. Then we're showcasing your collection right now, and everyone's watching. You've uploaded some ETH. You've done some stuff. Have you off-ramped any of the ETH?
Not yet. I can't pay my rent this month though, so I might off-ramp like however much I can't cover for my rent because it's looking bad.
Well, it's going up. It's going up. The volume's going up. The ETH is going up. But I hear you. Starving artist is tough. That's a lifestyle that we've all lived around. All of us, everyone that's been around. If you would, I'm lucky. I'm lucky, right? So, and I don't want to brag at this point, but I will tell you this. What I'm lucky is that I did my career first before I got to my love, which is this, what I love doing. Being on YouTube and being this creator that I can be for this platform. GameStop drives me, right? So I'm a GameStop investor first, and then that drove my creative spirit to do the space and do the channel and do it. Nothing monetarily. Like, I'm not trying to make money off of it. More so just bring light and volume. Like for you, I wouldn't charge you a dime to be on here, and I would never, right? Like I would be like, I want to help you as best as I can and promote the marketplace.
Everybody's so fucking supportive. It's actually insane. On that note, like I'm really been blown away by just like the support for my art. Like as somebody who like usually sells their art as like I do all types of art. I've literally, that's all I've done my whole life. That's what I love. I love to make art. I love to write. I love to write poetry. Like you can't make a living off of that, but I'm also kind of like, how do I put this? Anti-establishment in the way that the only stock I own is GME. And that's because I really deeply believe that our system is so fucked up that I've tried to not be a part of it as much as physically possible my entire life, which really isn't a good way to make money. But obviously I'm not monetarily driven. Otherwise, I probably would have done something else. I'm a storyteller. That's who I am. That's all I can do for the world. That's what I can do to make the world a better place, to make people feel better, to make, I don't know, like to make a difference. Like that's what I can do is tell a story. And I know deep inside myself that there are so many good stories to tell. And I'm just excited that I have a platform now where not only can I like reach out to so many people, but I can reach out to so many people in GME, which is something that like I'd been on Super Stonk for years because I hate to say this, but I like to know the competition. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But as an artist, like it was just interesting to see those types of things. I like to look at different people's lives kind of and see what they do and like just know people. Like it's one of my interests is like the variety of humans there are.
Sure. I mean, look at all the NFTs you have. You have 1,000. So that's a lot of work. I know that takes a lot of time. Is anyone helping you with this? Is this a team effort or is it just you?
It's me. And then one of my best friends from college who went for eco-science and got super depressed about the climate, learned to code in 2 weeks for it and randomized this collection for me because otherwise I would have had to hand export, which is what I was planning on doing. And he was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm going to learn to code. So he's been helping me. And then one of my friends who's he's like a crypto native, like that kid's lost more Bitcoin on like a USB drive than most people have ever heard of in their life. And like, he believes in us. So every once in a while he'll come over and be like, okay, guys, are you budgeting correctly? Okay, guys, have you eaten this week?
Probably not. But that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. So I like my biggest investor, quote unquote, is my friend like Maximo is what I call him. And he fucking has put too much money on his credit card so that I can have gluten-free bread in my freezer. I love the shit out of that kid. But
well, I'm going to tell you right now, some support is incoming. They're telling me right now. What that means is they're going to go buy your pieces and they're looking at it. So they're doing the best they can. The crew that's watching.
A price change.
Yeah.
A mid-price change because it was way too high.
Right. Well, not only way too high, you can't get caught up in that. Okay. And I'm just telling you because I've talked to so many creators, and the value of your art is one thing, and then the visual of it is another. Most artists find value in people just watching and looking at their stuff. No, you can't eat that, but you'll become monetary at one point. You want to monetize on your artwork is tough, but GameStop's giving you an opportunity for that. And I ask you because you are
First time
supportive.
in my life.
Yeah, but you're supportive. You're supportive of the whole marketplace. Let me ask you: were you a GameStop investor before this marketplace went live?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No. I've been a GameStop investor since I think January or February of 2020 something.
Yeah.
2021. Yeah.
No, that sounds about right.
Since Christmas.
Yeah, a lot of us.
Right about.
Yeah, a lot of us
I
have
put my
been there
first
for a
$10
while.
in there.
There you go.
I bought slices. I literally bought slices.
Yeah,
Like,
are you? Hey, Joe, well, let me teach you. Can I teach you? Can I tell you something?
Please.
Snarkle, let me tell you.
Like back in the day.
Yeah, they wouldn't even matter back in the day. I've been making videos for over a year and a half, whatever it is.
Oh, I know.
And
I know. Trust me, I got so sauced when I realized that like the place that I had bought it from, their brokerage was actually just, the same broker as everyone else. I got so fucking angry because, like, how do I put this? I had stumbled on there with my bank account in the negatives, and like I had put like the little tiny bits of money that I could to support this cause, and then found out that doesn't even fucking matter. And they want to charge me more money than I have for each share that I have, and it's gone up. But anyway,
it's cool.
Yeah, DRS
Don't worry
is
about
the way.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
I hear you. I just wanted to know one thing because here's why it matters and why it should matter to you. Whether or not you become successful beyond belief, and if you make it like slowly and it's just a rolling snowball, either way, we're excited for you. I will tell you this, that GameStop, the investment itself is a good investment because you're investing in yourself at that point. It's the underlying asset, the marketplace. And it's going to be here for a long time. I'm excited. Hey, I'm curious. I see all your artwork is real. It's not that outside artwork. What I mean by outside, you're not creating towards the niche, which is, monkeys and apes and bananas and GME and red bandanas. I know that it's frowned upon right now on the marketplace. How do you feel about that?
I understand where they're coming from just because because we have like a microscope on us right now as apes. We have a microscope on us at all times. We're underneath the lens. They are looking at everything we do, we say, we support, we say we're going to do, we don't do or do. They're looking at all of those things. And when I say they, like how do I put this? It's like the Kraken. It's like the ones that are against us are looking at us right now. And all I can say is their legal teams are probably insane, and I don't want to mess with them. So I've always worked. So the other people on my mom's sides that weren't actors or musicians were lawyers. So my entire life I've been worried about copyright infringement a lot because as I grew up and like posted shit online, like increasingly often I would see a creative idea that like one of my fellow artists had made that was super unique that would immediately get like stolen by someone else. And I hate to say that someone else is often a big company that they can't legally fight because they don't have the resources to, but so often it's that. And now we have this, which this is a copyright. This is a copyright with an image. This is a copyright on the back of an image, inscribed in its essence. To me as an artist, that means that if something goes wrong, say I create something and someone's like, I've never seen that before, main character of a show. They didn't buy it though. And I haven't put out any pieces that have that ability to be transferred for copyright yet because I haven't decided on which ones I'm comfortable with people like buying off of me as a creative idea and me not using in my own game. And that's where it becomes like, for me, the legality of these things, they're much more real because it's not just some random person's forum website or, like Reddit where a lot of art gets stolen from. Yeah. And that's why a lot of creators only post fan art because there's no creative shit in there that can be stolen.
So, like, check this out, Snarkle. I'll tell you. So, I used to do thumbprints for, like, my videos, right? So, I would go and get a thumbprint from anywhere. Like, I would find someone do their artwork. Like, it would be some, like, fan art, like you say. They'd post it somewhere, and I would just paste and copy. And till one day, one artist comes up, and he, like, DMs me, and he's like, hey, bro, that was mine. Like, can you give me some credit? And I was like, I had no idea where I got it from. I had no idea that it was yours. Like, I had no idea. And I didn't want to be that way.
And a lot of people, unfortunately, just aren't educated in art and like creative licensing and like how, you know, they're just like, you just didn't know, bro. And it's not your fucking fault that you didn't know. The reality is that it's like, it's the education system fault that people don't know these things, because they should, because art is integrated into every part of our life, and artists do a lot of work that goes unseen. And that's one of the reasons why, if you really look at it, there's this like sharp decline in creativity in a lot of spaces, because they've stopped hiring the right artists. They've stopped hiring artists.
Well, check this out. As an artist, okay, and yourself included, I think artists have this separation anxiety. Like they are afraid to separate themselves from their artwork, because the minute someone buys it, it's theirs. And this is what NFTs are doing. Like, I don't forget which interview I did. One of these guys said it. He said, behind every NFT is a person. And it was wild. I was like, okay, there's a digital tether. We can tell where it's gone, where it's traded to, back and forth. But where it originated from, it was somebody's mind, somebody's hard work. And that's why there's royalty fees involved. And that's why this can go well beyond what you see paste and copy. And I have to explain this to people all the time. But I love it. I want to have this explanation. I want to have this fight, because I have a friend that I do a Twitter Spaces call with. It's her show. It's called the Dizzy and Marantz Show, and we're on Twitter. And she's an artist. And what I mean by artist is she works in the art industry, and she educates me daily. Her name's Dizzy, and she's like, "Hey, Marantz, you just can't take that art. You got to tell them like where it came from." And it happens to me like often enough, because I'm in this space where I'm like, I don't know where it came from. I can't use it. Like, that's where I'm at now. And it's only because I see other people getting called out for it. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
My biggest suggestion, my dude, is Google reverse image search. And
I forget that I can do that. Yeah, you're right.
Honestly, for me, it's as an artist, I like to know where my references come from, because a lot of times, like I'll reference a pose or something, and I don't want to like be like stealing something that isn't mine. And I say stealing, but like literally every artist ever is like, oh, I don't know how to do this, so I'm gonna look at somebody doing it. Oh, there it is. Or I'm gonna go watch people until I figure out how they walk. It's like one of the biggest things about art is art education, is like educating yourself on like, you know, the way things look and like how to render that in space. And I think that, like, I don't know, a lot of people just, once again, like, are not like, they're not in it, because that's not what their life is all about. And that's totally okay. It's just like if somebody came to me with like electrical engineering, I'd be like, what the fuck is that? Huh? Like, I don't have we're all smooth somewhere.
Yeah, no, I don't have a clue about anything, really. All I know is I like the stock. That's all I know. I'm easy. Hey, listen, I don't want to keep you all day, but I love talking to you because it's easy. And you say it like it is. And I respect that. I will tell you this. One of the watchers of the show right now, one of my viewers, just bought a piece of yours. Let's see which one it was.
You.
It was 737. He said, have a sandwich on me. Love the passion. Miss Anthro 737. There you go. So doing the best we can. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's there. I'm trying to figure out what image to put up. I'm going to put an image of you. Okay, so like I cut every video, right? Like that I interview with, because you go part of that catalog. And I got to put an image of you and your artwork up. And I don't have an image of you, but I have an image of your artwork, right? So like I'm going to put that up. And the one I picked was some girl raccoon or whatever the hell this thing is.
Yeah.
These are cool. These are cool. And I think you have a good story. I think you have a great backing. I mean, damn, GameStop's facilitating all this for you. A couple of more questions before I let you out. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
And here goes Dizzy. This is my girl. She says, I'm going to buy a piece too. Love how authentic this artist is. There you go. And see, so you're coming through.
Thank you.
You're going to win people over in an interview. I don't know what you do for a living, but go interview more, because you do really well. And I think you're great.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. So next is this. And I ask, were you a part of any other marketplace before this?
I think I'd just to cut my chops on something. I think I uploaded one thing to a Solana marketplace just so that I knew what I was doing, and because Sol was very accessible to me.
Right.
But basically, no. I had been kind of waiting. It was just too much of an entry point. I just didn't have the cash. It's oh my God. It was $100 to mint one piece on OpenSea.
Minting on layer one is ridiculous. Yeah. I'm with you.
It's ridiculous. And once again, as a starving artist, if I'm going to pick between, they got the bunny with the apple shirt. That's such a good one. I love that one. He ended up looking like he's got a little smirk on.
Oh, is that what they bought? I didn't know. I see it, but
I just checked it up.
Okay, cool. I don't know how to look it up. I don't know.
I just have all the files on my computer, literally in front of me. I didn't even look it up on the marketplace. I just looked it up on my computer.
Cool. No, that's cool.
Because I'm off the line right now.
Yeah, so check this out, because we're talking gas fees. I want to have this conversation. This is going to go a little sideways, but you're okay with me. All right, so I was reading up on multiple places, like where you can mint and whoever, because I got asked a question about AMC, their free NFT on the Wax wallet. And Wax is second to any Ethereum platform. So then I'm like, okay, well, what is Wax? And then what are the fees? And there's like real fees on layer 1. And I was like, holy shit, GameStop really did change the game by doing layer 2.
It changed the game.
Yeah, it made it so accessible to everyone. And it wasn't a game changer. It changed the game. It's so different for artists and for creators out there. That's why I'm just like, I'm blown away.
Switched games.
Yeah.
Like layer 1 is so different on anything than layer 2. And the fact that we're using Ethereum, which is just so solid when you look at all of the coins, Ethereum is solid. It's been solid from the beginning of its inception. And that to me says a lot. They did a lot of research. They got a lot of people's opinions. They did a good thing. They created something that it just puts more like ability to create in the hands of the people, which is what we want. That's what we want. That's
and
what
just so Raider Bro, this guy in the chat right now, I'm aware it was Loop Ring. I'm aware it's Loop Ring, but I'm saying that's the partnership. Loop Ring Layer 2 is the reason why it's a driving tool. So that LRC is real.
Oh, absolutely.
Ethereum is built upon the level 2 of that blockchain. This is what we wanted. We wanted something that's accessible for the people. That's realistic. And I just don't think, even when I look at layer 1, like I have a layer 1 wallet, like I can do it through GameStop, and I'm just blown away at the fees. Like $8 to transfer things that are already minted that cost hundreds of dollars to mint. So he's trolling me as usual. Thank you. No, we're covering GME, Gigamesh, all the time. I got to catch these guys up on the channel. I won't let them interrupt our conversation. But yeah, so how do you feel about that as far as you being on layer 2? I saw, now I'm just going to tell you, okay, you minted your whole project 5 months ago, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, how did that even come about? I don't understand. Help me here.
Once again, I think it was one of the first 100 people to apply. Mm-hmm. And then the second they send out the email, I was like, cool, I mostly work gigs. I cannot work gigs for the next 4 days and also not sleep.
Well, somebody just bought 716. Somebody bought 737. Let's see. They said, good luck.
Guys.
Good luck with your rent, Snarkle. I feel the struggle. There you go. That's what somebody just said.
Thank you, guys.
And Fry We Trust. They love it. They're checking you out. I'm telling you, you're authentic.
776.
Yeah, 716.
Oh, 716. Okay, that's in the other one that's not responding.
No problem.
Oh.
The thing is this. I'll tell you, if you came onto the channel, you're going to stay here forever. Like, Snarkle, if you're part of the crew, like, we literally are like, we'll support anyone who comes out here, because the ones who have come out, they're authentic. They're real. Like, I have some people who have not come on the show, which is okay. They just don't know the format. They're like, well, what questions are you going to ask? Are you going to record it beforehand? I got to know. I can't have you bombarding me with very personal. I'm just like, whoa, slow down. We're just having a convo.
Like my only caveat is like, I didn't want to give you my phone number because that doxes me a little bit.
Yeah, no. You're good.
Because I'm female, I have to worry about that because my likelihood of getting murdered is just so
you listen, I'm a cold hard serial killer. I'll track you down. No, not even close.
I doubt it.
No, I'm a proud father of 5.
You seem like a good guy.
I'm from California. I'm so far away from you, it wouldn't even matter. But I'll tell you what, I give out my phone number like nobody's business. So there it is all the time.
That's something that you I'm sure like worry less about because you're male-bodied, so typically in a fight, you'd be fine. I have 8 years of martial arts training. It doesn't matter against somebody who outweighs me by 200 pounds.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
It just doesn't matter.
If you're malnourished because you're a starving artist, it's not going to matter. No, I love it.
Bananas keep me strong. Plus, I serve coffee, so like I can kick somebody down, but only under a certain height, and like I know that because I 8 years of martial arts. Like you Snarkle here is like well trained.
Hey, Snarkle, you're not gonna fight your way out of a wet paper bag with me. I hear you though. Okay, you ain't gotta.
No, but see that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
It wouldn't matter because I'm 5'2.5". Like
yeah, it would not. It would not. You know that.
In the world is taller than me.
Oh, here she goes. She's gonna jab me in the throat, bro. She's bad, absolute badass. Absolutely. Can you imagine? Like you have like disgruntled people walking around you, and you're like, "Don't you know I'm a GameStop NFT marketplace launch creator? Get the off me, bro. I got this." Like,
kill them with kindness. I like literally treat everybody exactly the same, which is like somebody who hasn't hurt me yet. So like,
no, that's cool.
I'm like, it's like. You like nobody's done me any wrong until they do me wrong or infringe on another human being's rights, like where I'm like capable of like, seeing that or hearing that or reading it anywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you react to it, I got you.
Total asshole. Like we're good. Like,
wow, this one's cool. 792 is cool as shit. There's a backwards hat with the PlayStation controller on it. With that looks like a power or a GameStop emoji. I won't say anything to the guys. Don't worry. I won't tell them.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
792. Yeah, 792.
Fine.
I know.
Because any of it can be interpreted in any way.
Damn right. Damn right. There you go. Walk that fine line. Symbol. Well, you got that lawyer hat on right now. You're doing really good.
Don't worry, my dude. I had the lawyer hat on my whole life. Like I almost went to law school, but my mom was like, "You're going to be miserable at law school, honey." And I was like, "Mom, you're right. I want to go for animation. I want to make kids content."
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. I don't want a career. I got this going. No, you know what? You're very successful. You're very successful right about now.
Like the big thing is that like I was doing really well, but like my depression had gotten like way out of control. Like I was like semi-suicidal, thinking about going to law school, and my mom was like, I know you're like thinking about this like from this perspective, but like there may be other ways for you to do this. Yeah. And like, how do I put this? Like, I don't eat the best, and like my apartment is small, and my office is in my laundry room.
Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that.
I'm happy.
Damn right.
I'm happy.
The price of happiness is infinite, and mental health it means more to me than any dollar amount. I've been offered
and that's on that note. Like before we part ways, because I want to let you go too, because I'm sure there's other people you have to interview. But I told you I was loquacious.
I put them all on hold. I know you did. I put them all on hold. You have no idea. Like I already told one guy in a text right now, like I'm busy. But no, listen. There's no format that I stick to. There's no script.
I love it.
I write down like one word answers, and like right now, look at this. I have fraud, right? So I wrote down fraud. So I'm gonna rant about fraud for like the next 20 minutes, and then people are gonna be like, "Well, what the hell's going on?" Well, look at this. So you can't even see my screen right now, but I'll go to Twitter, and when I go to Twitter and I go to my DMs, which I don't show them because I have like a whole bunch of like creators that message me. But there's this guy who's been like hounding me about giving him my wallet and then signing in on a website for him so that he could steal all my shit. And I'm like,
God, I hate that.
No, but I'm like, okay, dude, like you can't get me. So then I brought light to it. Like I told everybody about it, like on the chat, right? I did it live on the channel. Like, check out this guy trying to steal from me. Well, sure enough, he did it again where he goes, "Nah, I'm justified now. Here, I'm whatever he tried to tell me." Yet he changed his name again. He changed everything again. It's like he keeps doing it, trying to get people. First, his name was NFT Pirate. Now it's like NES Creator. I don't know where, and I don't know what he is. But right here we go.
Yeah.
So here
I'll sign into anything with my wallet.
Yeah, so he goes, "Give me a chance, bro." This is what he says now. This is on Monday. "Give me a chance, bro. Not a scammer, just a regular dude." Then he says, "What's up, man? I have a solid reference now." Oh, that makes it real believable. And then he put at the guy that I just interviewed, and he changed his image to one of the pieces of art of the guy I just interviewed. And then he changed his name to ENS Services instead of NFT at Pirate. And then he has his name as initiatetransfer.eth. This guy keeps trying to scam me out of my wallet, and he tries every time, and I expose him live. I don't care. I don't know what these kids are trying. I don't know why they care. I mean, my wallet's empty as it is.
I know.
But, I mean, because everything I do, I'm going to be honest with you, I give away every single NFT I get. Like, I don't need it. And it's not that I don't want it. It's just that the more money you make only happens when we transfer them to back and forth from each other. The initial sell is one thing, but it's the royalties after the fact. So I encourage everyone.
Touch on that real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
That is the biggest revolution in art ever. Just so that just so it's out in the world. That to me, it made me cry tears of joy when I heard that there are royalties for artists. Yeah. Because that is the change of a game. Yeah, we put down the old game, which was at first you pay 30% of the initial payment to the gallery because they take 30% of your art fee as a fee, which is insane. That's a third gone. So you have to mark up your canvas by 30%, and then that's it. Then it belongs to someone else, and they're going to sell it for however much they want to in the future, which is a lot of money, and it's usually after the artist has died, that is like a way to kill more art than anyone can imagine. The amount of art that didn't get made because artists didn't have money for paint. Fuck. That is so much work we could have seen. So much more that could have happened from so many artists if they had just had a little bit of support. If it was, 10% of whatever it got sold for in the future, all of a sudden that artist could buy paint and feed themselves. That's huge.
Well, it's equally beneficial for one is fraud. We can handle the fraud part because now everything's has a ledger. That's one thing. And that copyright infringement deal works there. Two is you're getting paid on the backside of it. Artists getting paid, period, is always I do these. I walk around. I'm from Palm Springs, California, and we walk around the streets. There's a street fair, and some people are selling street art, or they'll do art on right there in person, or they'll sell these pieces of metal that they can hang in their house or whatever they're selling. And all I think about is, man, someone actually put time and effort and hours into it, and they're selling it for $40. But they had to pay $400 just to have the spot to sell it. So how much money are these guys really But how much money are these guys really making? Slim to none. Oh my God. And then what's their what's my famous line? Whenever I walk up to an artist, I go like this: "Hey, so what's your real job?" That's so embarrassing. Yeah. It's so embarrassing. It's unbecoming. But no one's telling that to Meta Boy right now, or Cyber Crew, or Ordinary Adam, and hopefully one day they're not going to be telling you that, Snarkle. So I tell you, I got your back. I'll promote your pieces the best I can.
Real, I get that at all of my jobs.
Oh, I bet.
I've ever had.
What's your real job?
Real job? It's bro, I do a lot of these. Trust me, and I make so much art.
But check this out. No, go ahead. I'll listen because I'm going to share something with you when we're done.
There's a 1% of what I make because it's what I want to share with people right now.
That's cool.
I think I'm going to put up a sketches collection of all the random stuff I make too sometime soon, which is just going to be sort of a support Snarkle NFT line of all of my random doodles and ideas, and whichever one gets the most support, I'll pursue next, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
This is also it's 4 or 5 years down the line.
It's your marketplace. It's your space to dabble in. But I will tell you, selling your artwork, period, even if you had it at a lower price point, a higher price point. I had one guy who refused to drop it. He said he had every piece at $3,000, $2,000. And the reason why is because he didn't want it to sell. He wanted people to look at it. And he goes, no, I don't want them to just buy a piece and hoard it forever. But then some people have the reverse mindset. Like my guy, ETH Pilot, he has a whole bunch of pieces, and he's selling them for pennies on the dollar, whatever it may be, but they're transferring back and forth so many times. He had about 27,000 transactions this past month so far. Even if they're $1 a piece, can you imagine he's making, you couldn't imagine making that much money. I can't fathom for artwork. I'm so happy that these artists are getting recognition, yourself included. You have a great set, and you figure out how you want to do it because it's your own little business. But I know where you're coming from, and I will tell you this. I've been putting up videos online for a long time, and I'm going to clip this video and put it up as well. And it'll probably be around my 700th video or my 800th video, somewhere in that range. I don't remember how many we have, but I remember when I first started, and what I said was, even if I got 1 cent, right, just off the ad revenue, because that's all I care about. I don't take super chats. I don't sell merch. Matter of fact, we're going to be giving away merch right now after this interview, GameStop merch that I have. Yeah. But all the stuff that we give away, all the stuff that we do, the reason why I do it, I said, if I get paid for my art or for my hard work that I put in, but from the establishment, from YouTube or from some advertisers, that's awesome. I don't need it from the people. That's my viewpoint, like from me. But from an artist standpoint, if you can ever get paid for your creation, I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3. I remember my brother,
It's wonderful.
yeah, he makes music. My brother makes music. And he puts it on Spotify, and he goes, hey man, I finally made my first $25. And I was like, you did? He was like, after 4 years. And I was like, oh man. Yeah. And he goes, no, bro, I'm so happy. $25 means I actually got paid for what I do, for my art. And that's so separate. So I respect you. I respect your grind. I cried on the phone
with my dad the other day.
Yeah.
As an artist, I was like, Dad, I sold like 500 pieces.
That's awesome.
That's more than I've ever sold in my life. Holy shit. And that was just like, that was within the first couple of days. And I was like, Dad, this is insane. Me, that's insane.
I'm looking at it right now. You have some crazy pieces. I see these so over here, you've already sold like 19,000. And it says, yeah. Oh my goodness. And I know they're like $6, whatever they be, $7, but people got to understand all of this is a market for people. But people trade back and forth. Remember, you're getting pennies, and those pennies will add up. So I'm happy that your rent money's there somewhere. I'm happy, and it's not a feel sorry for me type of moment. This is a real artist letting you know the struggle. So I appreciate it. Yeah, and
I never want anyone to feel sorry for me. I just want people to know that, how do I put this? I feel good when people are financially stable. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Everyone deserves that. Fuck yeah, you did it. You won the game. That's fucking awesome. It's not like I feel jealous of people. I don't. I really don't. I am. You're always yourself wherever you go. I'm kind of happy with myself. The biggest thing that I'd really like to do is help people and make sure that people are doing well emotionally. That's what the whole game is going to be about.
That's cool. I respect it.
And my big thing is that if everyone is doing well, then we're doing well. And I really want to what I want to do with my future, whatever way that it goes, is all about I don't know, helping people and making things that resonate with people in a place. Because I think that emotional healing and emotional release and coming to terms with things and I don't know, finding the tools that work for you, for your brain and your body, finding the mindfulness methods that don't feel like it's you tearing your fingernails out. Some people can't fucking meditate. That's okay. There are other things that one can do.
There's other outlets. My outlet is I rant. So I know exactly where you're coming from. Yeah. Hey, Snarkle, I want to read this to you. This is a guy on the channel. His name's Deep Suck. Excuse the name, but he's cool. He's cool as shit. He says, I'm starting to think Snarkle is my spirit animal. You have a big impression upon the people, being yourself. I really appreciate you for giving out the time in your day, etching it out, sketching it out. I could talk to you for hours. I really couldn't. I don't mind one bit. But listen, this platform's open to you. So if you ever want to do a drop or you ever want to come through, message me, call me, text me. I don't care what you do. We'll get the info out there. When you do your next drop, let us know. We'll always highlight it. I will cut this video at some point throughout the month or week or whatever it may be. You'll see it go live. You can show it to your friends and family, obviously, and let them know that one time you met this guy who was a nobody, who still is a nobody. His name's Marantz Rants, but it works out. It works out tenfold. I appreciate you so much.
You're not a nobody. Everybody is somebody.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Make me feel good. Don't pick me up just yet.
Everybody's... The crazy thing is not only are you somebody, but you are everything to somebody else.
Damn right.
And that's something, and that is the biggest thing, is that you can't be nobody if somebody else thinks that you're everything.
You're over here giving me positive speeches, and here I am, always the guy. So I appreciate you for that, because that's what I do most of my time.
Dude, that's my favorite thing to do. Yeah. It's how do I put this? The helpers never get the help that they need. The people who give how do I put this? The hype man never gets a hype man.
Don't worry. I love it. I love it. So, hey, really though, Snarkle, I'm telling you,
making the world a better place. I
think you're a rock star.
Real talk at a time, and that's why the misanthropes aren't happy. By the way, because none of us are fucking happy right now. Shit's kind of whack, right? Nothing's correct right now.
Not me.
You're not
me. I don't get down at all. I'm so excited right now. Because GameStop has a marketplace that they said they would get up and running.
One thing.
That's the only thing.
I hold so many things at once, you know what I mean? Like, I hold so many emotions, like a giant wave of excitement and happiness for the future here. And then also looking at like the climate, and also looking at like, you know, the state of the United States as far as like our laws go. And then
none of that matters. I go, none of that matters because I am so tunnel vision. I am like with blinders on, because all I care about is waking up each day, spreading the message that GameStop is changing the world. And how do you think I got to you? I wouldn't even be here right now. Exactly. So that's just the way it goes.
And I call that, how do I put this? That's like fate, man. Like that's that good shit. I
use that other word, right? I use the other S word, serendipity. It's a fortunate mistake. Okay. Yeah. It's serendipitous.
Absolutely wonderful. And how do I put this though? I think that like all of the people who've been called to GME, like for one reason or another, like we all have this like thread, and we all feel like we kind of just like came upon it at like the perfect time. And I think that that's like, you know, I don't like to say that anything is fated, but if we have a fate that we can choose, this is a good one.
I'm good with it. Thank you so much, Miss. I really appreciate your time. And on that note, I'm going to let these guys.
Your time.
Yes, ma'am. These guys will go ahead and look at your artwork. They'll get to it, and we'll call it destiny, and we'll call it anything we want at this point. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Snarkle.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a great rest of your show and a great rest of your week. I'll definitely hit you up. I'll be on whenever I finish price changing and getting everything up.
However you want to do it, we'll support it, and we'll trade them back and forth. Get your money up and get you right. Yes, ma'am.
Thanks,
have a good night.
Guys. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.